Just to thank you very much, and to all of you, thank you for being here this evening. So we have a chance to talk a little bit about the most exciting visitor who will be coming to our city, the most exciting visitor to come to the United States in a long time, Pope Benedict. The topic, yes, we can say yay.
Yay!
I've been asked, the question that I've been asked to reflect on with all of you is who is Pope Benedict? Who is this person that we're looking so much forward to receiving and greeting and meeting when he's here? Now the answer to that question can be twofold. Who is the Pope? Who is Benedict? The first answer, which would be the easy answer, is simply the historical one. He is Joseph Ratzinger. He is now Benedict XVI. But there's a much more important answer. The real answer, the reason we're excited about who he is and why he's coming to visit, is the theological answer. He is Peter. Benedict XVI is Peter today, the one who comes now to be with us and to do for us what Peter did in that early beginnings of the church. When we ask who is Peter, we have to look at two wonderful reflections that we're all very familiar with. One of them in Matthew's Gospel. You remember when Jesus says to Peter, Peter, who do people say I am? Now remember, he had been preaching and trying to explain to them the gospel, the message of God's love. And so he says to Peter, who do people say I am? And Peter is taking now the safe course. He says, well, some say, and others say, and still others say. And Jesus says to him, all right, who do you say I am? And Peter answered, you're the Christ. I have come to believe that you are the one sent by God. That was the great act of faith he made. And what did Jesus say in return? He said, Peter, you didn't get this on your own. God gave that to you. And you're Peter, and on this rock I'm going to build my church. I'm going to found my church upon you. And then there's a second section of the Gospels we're very familiar with. This is after the resurrection of Jesus. After his death and his resurrection, now Jesus meets Peter again. This is in John's Gospel. And now he isn't asking him about his faith. He's asking him about his love. It's one thing to be able to believe. It's another thing to put that faith into action. And he says to him, Peter, do you love me? Do you love me? And Peter says, yes, I love you. And Jesus says, Peter, do you love me more than these? And Peter said, Lord, you know everything. You know that I love you. And Jesus says to him, then feed my sheep. I'm going to found my church on you, and that's what I want you to do with your life. Feed my sheep. Tell them the story of my love. Tell them the story of God's love. Tell them what I came to tell you. And that's the role of Peter. But how do we get from Peter to us? How do we get all the way from Peter to 2008 and this pub? How is it that you and I, we could stand here and I can say these words to you and you recognize them. You know them. You're Peter, and on this rock I will build my church. Feed my sheep. You know those words. How is it that we got all that way from 2,000 years ago to Connecticut Avenue? Not all that long ago, I was on